look, we got a boss here today. Alright, here we are with this shirt pattern. The shirt that I want to make. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I am thinking that this is not going to work because it's really thick. If I want something for winter, that would work. I do want long sleeves and everything, but I don't think that would work. And this is going to be too, I believe it's going to be too small. So I would have to sew a couple pieces together to see how it goes like that. It's really not big enough. So we're going to have to not use it. Alright. Now this, I really like it. I do. So we're going to throw that up here. And this is the same as this. So we ain't going to use it. And then we've got a whole bunch of this kind of material, which I think that would make a good shirt, but I don't think it's going to make a nice skirt. So, and I don't know what this is. What is this? Looks like... Huh. Well, it ain't finished, but it looks like a curtain. I like that right there. The flowers on it. Alright. So I think I'll throw this to the side. Now if we had a green color to go with it, so we've got a lot here. If I had a green to go with it, then maybe that would be good. But a shirt and a skirt, no. Now here's my next choice. I have, this is brown, and unfortunately it's like this material. It would be good for winter. Make a shirt out of one and make a skirt out of the other. This right here I think would be good as a skirt, and this, the brown, would be good as a shirt. But like I said, maybe some other time. So it looks like that one there is going to be my shirt, and if there is enough there, we'll make a skirt too, which I kinda doubt it. I doubt it. So we have going down. Alrighty, we'll be back. Gotta put this up. I looked at this material. It has a nice little pattern right here, but it don't have it over here. So I want to try to say this side. What are you doing? I want to try to say this side and make the collar out of it if it'll fit. So, Mama Cat, what are you going to do about that, huh? That would be nice too if I could take it and put the pocket right here too. That would be neat. We want to cut 2 pockets, so I want to wait and cut that out. And this is the pocket top, so we'll do that later. And here's sleeves, so we'll have to do that later. And then here's the collar, do that later. And the collar base. So first thing we want to do is cut these out. And I think I'm going to want to iron them down so that I'll have everything flat.
Okay, here we go again. What day is it today? It's Thursday. Thursday the 30th, right? Thursday the 30th of May. Another day. What am I doing today? I'm getting my Zodiac ready to go. Gas jugs ready to go. Some other gear ready to go. I'm going to help a guy get a big bear with his bow and arrow, probably, hopefully, possibly. Go catch some fish. Make some videos. Take everybody with me. What else am I doing today? I'm doing trimming all the horses' feet today. And on and on. Now, daydreaming away lately. Actually, I've daydreamed about this one for quite some time. Haven't thought about this one before I start sharing these emails right away. The number of the beast. The number of the beast. Sometimes I wonder if possibly our social insurance number or your social security number is the actual number of the beast. I'm getting more and more convinced of that. What do you guys think? Throw it down in the comment section below what you actually think. If there is a, quote, number of the beast, end quote, what do you think it is? Besides the alleged tattoo 666 on the head of the devil himself, or whatever it is, devil spawn. But I got a funny feeling that the social insurance number, or what in the United States is a social security number, I have a strong feeling those are the numbers of the beast myself, if there is one. You know, we're the only species on the face of the planet that pays money to live. What's up with that?
Alright. So, now, as far as I can see, we are going to have a strip. Don't do that. Right here. And we only want to cut so far down. I don't know if Mom marked it or not. So, I want to make sure that this piece don't get lost. Because I dropped it earlier. So I'm hoping that it will be fine. Alright. Yeah, she has it marked. She has a line down through here. So she says cut it on fold. Cut 2 strips, 2.5 by 10.5. Place buttons and holes or snaps. I'll probably do snaps. I don't know, buttons I might be able to find some buttons that'll go good with this. So I'm going to cut this on a fold. She gives me a picture on this one. She shows me where to put the pockets. And there's nothing on the back of that. Alright, let's see what we could do about making the robe.
Okay, listen to this. This is titled First Story. Hey Steve, I have a lot to say. But it would be an edit nightmare to try explaining it all. So, I'm going to keep it monotone, or simple. Back in 2015, on the way to Florence, Oregon from Eugene, Oregon, we saw a traffic jam up ahead by the tunnel. I'll include pics as to what tunnel. But it is in the woods, really, and these woods are known as Sasquatch country. In these woods, there is no magnetic field. compass do not work, loggers do not cut, and people get lost. Really. It's a local unwritten law. We don't go in there, but if you do, you might get lost and not come out. But many do, and don't have problems. Others do and run away scared. They hear the knocking, the screams, etc., etc. I know the closest landmark to the action is Coyote Creek. Anyway, we come driving through the tunnel and people are parked and it's a mess. You can drive through, but the attraction is pulling as they are. Cars, people, and an officer in a police car are all looking up at the cliff that goes upward from the east side of the tunnel. We pull over too. I'm with a woman. She's asking what I see. We stop, so we stop and look, and above us is a Sasquatch, plain as day, climbing the sheer, man-made cobblestone wall. Granted, we get there at the end of it, he's close to the top. I could not see details like the others did who were there 10 minutes or more, and told me later what they saw. The whole event, from what I'm told later, took 30 minutes or so. Holy. Anyway, he has a compound fracture. Leg twisted backwards, bone obvious. Femur or upper leg bone sticking out. Femur or upper leg bone sticking out. He's slowly trying to reach the top with one leg in his arms. It does not look good. Like he is not going to make it and fall. Long story short, he does make it. And that's it. Gone. Everybody is in shock. The cop moves us out. I spoke to one family. They told me they saw him closer to the bottom and described his leg and his face. He was in shock. Funny to me, people say the Sasquatches can do things like paranormal or invisibility. Not this one. He was, to me, a regular animal at the mercy of his own fall. He got hurt. He climbed back up. There was no way out for him. If he didn't, he would have been in the gully surrounded by houses and people. I'm not sure what's up that cliff, but he made a choice and made it and disappeared, and that's it. Whoa! Isn't that crazy? We haven't heard that yet from any of the other people, if there's that many people there. Or maybe they'll share now, but that'd be a tough one to be motivated to keep secret because there's so many witnesses. Maybe if somebody that was there wants to chime in. Crazy. That's my best story. I have 25 or more. Other bits are really strange ones from Oregon, others from Maine. But these, and you could use but these, there's periods all over the place, and you could use them because from what you say, you are looking for the hardball players. LOL. Okay, pal, I've exposed myself. Here. I may be on the list. They hate me. I have issues. As in, okay, gang stalked. I have experience with people. Can read them, can sense things. Tested this. Yeah, man, there's a period after every third word. The stories I have are insane, and persons into it insaner. I feel UFOs and portals and orbs are normal, Bigfoot normal. What I am terrified of is humans. They take the conspiracies as if they are gaining knowledge for power here, and I want nothing more than to move an off-grid location here, because as it is right now, I am every day almost having a stranger take a picture of my house or back door or me, and I'm not confrontational, shy. I confront and put them in shock. Covert narcissists hate being called out, and I call, and even today I had to go out to get coffee. It was like I'm in a gangland with a few friends in between my path. I'm okay so far, and no, I don't drink or use any drugs at all. I use coffee. Also, to be blunt, I'd like to move to where you are and work for you, if you should ever arrive. If it ever should arrive as an idea, I need a friend like you. Fast. I've got a lot to offer. Trained in all weapons and survival. I'm calm, I have respect, I'm techie, and I can do a lot. Not like the usual. I'm a lot like some of your buddies I see you sit with. I am alone, no circle. They all went into some weird frenzy of I don't know what. I refuse to follow and I'm blacklisted. I'm really an artist by trade. Nobody will buy my work now because of this. Eugene, Oregon is a small town, a large spiritual community that has connections not only to every corner of Oregon, as far as Texas and Idaho. Yea, I'm surrounded. Such is the life of a monk needing a cave on a mountain. Oh, and there is a huge other factor I do not say anymore. Alright. That's a different email. Sounds freaking crazy, but here's the picture of the tunnel. And I don't need anybody. I'm not hiring anybody right now myself, but thanks for the offer. We'll see if anybody else has something to chime in about that one specific incident with this alleged being with a compound fracture going at the wall. That'd be pretty crazy, would it not? Something else. Something else. Not the first time I've heard about one of these beings being wounded, though. There's a guy that wrote in, the military guy. No, was he military? I forget. From Chilliwack Lake, and he was out there, and I've been to exactly where he was talking about. And there was one of these beings was screaming at him from the sandbar next to shore, and its one arm was hanging limp, like he was wounded. And they got the Bosberg cripple footprint where somebody stuffed him with a car, and they tracked it, and his bones were broken in his foot, and there was blood. Okay, this is titled Response to a Letter Read on May 29th. Just even use my name. My name is Daniel Duke. I'm a retired correctional officer, as well as computer IT specialist. I've been a hunter in 3 states all my life, Maryland, Virginia, and Pennsylvania. I've not seen Sasquatch myself, but I'm certain it does exist. This is in response to a letter that you read where a man had put so much effort into figuring all this out. I agree with everything you said. That'll be Robert Duvall's email. And taken into account Dr. Melba Ketchum DNA results that come to my puzzle pieces pretty much. I have a long history of being a Bible student, having seen Christianity being the only thing that truly changes the hearts of bad men in prison. When I saw the supernatural change that only occurs when a person accepts Jesus Christ, and yet there were many religions being practiced. To me, it was a no-brainer that Christianity held the answers. In fact, Christianity is not a religion, it's a reality. I believe there was at least 3 instances where these beings or sky people created hybrids from men. This comes from the Bible, and the first one being in Genesis, and the second one after the flood, and the third one and these last days that we live in now. I do not believe that the sky people are extraterrestrials, but rather interdimensional beings. Another thing to consider, when the Sabes pass through portals or disappear entirely, they are not going to heaven. For it is written, flesh and blood cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. So they may be spirit and flesh, but the flesh cannot enter heaven. Excuse me. So, they're going somewhere else. Perhaps they have access to another dimension themselves. Whatever they are not what God planned. They are the product of demonic experimentation with human physical DNA. I myself have seen a craft fly over my head, completely silent and close enough that I could look up and see that it was metal, the color of a shiny brass bed. I don't know what was driving it, but on the same road, the backwoods, my ex-wife claimed to see one of these creatures, and nobody believed her. But I believe that she indeed seen it. Mankind is very special as far as we are created in the image of God. Our flesh was corrupted in the garden when Satan brought death into this world, and it was necessary for Jesus to save us out of this corrupted flesh. This is why we will get a new body after we die and our spirits go to heaven. The new body will be created out of celestial matter, whereas we are created from the earth now. Terrestrial matter. We are the original flesh man. Perhaps that's why the Sabe hate us. So we find ourselves in the last generation. It started in 1948 when Israel became an established nation again. It's also when the term flying saucer was coined, and we started having more and more visitations ever since.
Right. So now, let's put all this over here, and we'll go through it later. I want to, this is the back. So we are done with that. Going over here. Alright, this is the front. Alright, right here is where we need to cut it
The last
down.
generation unfolds like a woman having birth pains. It gets faster and faster and more intense until the birth is done. Things get crazier and crazier and go downhill, and morality gets worse until the false Jesus comes to deceive the world.
Here is where she quit at. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Oh, I'm at the end of it. I'm there. I'm there. Yeah. Alright. So tap here. Okay? And so pocket here. Alright, so we have that. So, the first thing I want to do is be able to go and iron the pockets down and sew them on here first. And then we have the tab that we need to sew on that goes right here. So we'll work on the pocket first. Alright, now we need some 2.5 inch strips from what I see. So let me go get my 2.5 inch ruler. Alright, it says we need a strip 10.5 inches. So I'm going to go with this. I guess it would work if I had a tool to work with. And I don't think it tells you how many you need. But I want to make sure I put this one on the outside so that it will look good. Let's see what we got here. We have got over 18 inches. So, let's see what we can do. Okay, we're going to have to go this way with it. It says 10.5. We're going to go with 11. So I'll have more than enough. Alright. So, put that over there. That there. Up. It doesn't say how many we need. Cut opening to this point. Cut 2 strips, 2.5 inches by 10.5. Alright, so I'm going to have 2. So here is 1. And I'm pretty sure I can get another one out of this one. So, let's see what we can do. I'm going to have whoa. Okay. What do we have here? Yeah, I got plenty right here. Let's see if I can't hoodoo everything around. No, I don't want you doing that. Don't do that. That ain't fair to me. Why? Why on earth do you do this? I didn't clean it before I started. That's what's doing it. I just pulled it off and started cutting. Alright. Now, I want to cut this one right here. Edge is right. Alright, now it's supposed to be 11 because I cut that one to 11. Alright, so now then here's these two. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, I have these ready for that. Okay. And then here are these, the collar and the collar bottom. And then we have this one and this one. Alright, now I want to cut, let me show you what I'm talking about. You have this right here with a button, and I want to cut that out. It may not have the arrow right here, but I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so I'm going to want also a hem or what would you call it, a hip, whatever you want to call it, right there.
All the weird world events, weird space events, all end up being confusion. Confusion and the lack of truth is what ends this generation. The Antichrist will come and deceive everyone because no one knows any better. Then finally the true Christ returns. This begins a new generation where there is no more flesh. Last generation ends in the birth of a new age. I know it's a lot to take in, but I feel honestly this is how things are going to go, and your efforts uncovered so much of my puzzle. Thank you, Steve. The Sky people are not our friends. May God bless you and keep you safe all the days of your life. Take care. Daniel C. Duke, retired IT specialist. All right, Daniel. Thanks for your input. Take it from what you will or leave it, you guys. Nothing we haven't heard yet.
Now there is a right side and wrong side to this. And my God, I wished I would have picked it because of that. Because I'm going to put a wrong side on the wrong side. Because I know I will do that if I'm not careful. Alright, so now here we have the sleeve part. And hopefully it will go around this and be able to do the other part too. So now we have this. Okay. Is there anything on the back or anything? No. Nope, I don't see anything. Alright. Now I want to look at the sides of it and see if she gives me anything, any indication that where I'm supposed to do my the round at the bottom. So I'm gonna have to go with that. I hope she does, but it's been a long time. I made one of these shirts, but no, it don't. This must be a different shirt because she got this right here sewing all the way down, and this one, oh no, don't either. I could have sworn it had a round bottom. But I guess it don't. That's okay. It's the same shirt. It's the same shirt, so we can handle that.